I'm saying, one dude, shut the freak up. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy for you and Up Like Beezy. Make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you need to know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. You said W growth. Hey, man, we can't do nothing but growth. You know what I mean? But you know we got to thank God, man, for Sholioli. You know what I mean? I was pretty unsure if I wanted to continue my YouTube career after getting banned. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a quitter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got banned for a reason. You know what I mean? Just to be in this season. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But we got Encore, the story of Michael Jordan's real last dance. Now, word on the street, y'all, all praise to God, you know that for Sholioli. But word on the street is that Michael Jordan's tenure with the Wizards wasn't as bad as people think it was. You know what I mean? Word on the street. So I feel like a lot of people underrate Michael Jordan's, you know what I'm saying, like last dance. You know what I mean? Word on the street, my boy was dang near finna take the Wizards to the playoffs if he didn't get injured. You know what I'm saying? So my boy was actually hooping on his last dance. You feel me? So it's just like, for me, honestly, I told y'all my Mount Rushmore will Michael Jordan. I just don't feel like when it comes to Michael Jordan and LeBron James is even close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Michael Jordan took 3 years off of playing basketball and stayed 3 years for college as well. So I feel like if Michael Jordan would have, you know, stayed like 3 years, like not retired from basketball and would have came straight out of high school, I think Michael Jordan would have been the all-time leading scorer and all-time just everything. Michael Jordan would have had more rings in my opinion. So for me, I just feel like Michael Jordan, even in today's game, I just don't see nobody that play like Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan in today's game, bro, like, oh my God. I feel, bro, Michael Jordan was just one of them players, bro, that just was ahead of his time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to go back and watch the greats, bro. I'm telling y'all, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, oh my God. But one thing I cannot stand is casuals when it come to baseball, G-Ski. I'm talking about word up. I cannot stand that junk. They be acting like these players these days is way more skillful than them players back then. I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with the defense now and how the calls getting, bro, I'm telling you, but them boys had skill back then, bro. And I'm 23 years old saying this, bro. You know, I don't know what y'all be watching, bro. You know what I mean? But you better start watching the boys, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan, but I don't know why you thinking that this is the best generation. You got to understand, bro. The only reason that it looks like they have more skill because they get away with everything now. They don't call carries. You couldn't carry back then, bro. Even back then in my days, bro, in the early 2000s, bro, you could not carry, bro. They called carries. They called travels, bro. They called those things. I can't tell you how many times these cats be carrying the ball. Why don't we call carry anymore? You know what I'm saying? Can somebody tell me? Why don't we call carries anymore? I don't know how many times I see people carrying the ball. I don't know how many travels I see. So yeah, you're going to look more flashier when you could do much more with the ball. Back then, they called carry, bro. You actually had to play the game of basketball. They called 3-second violations. Now, Michael Jordan was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Michael Jordan today, dog. You talking about the most influential player ever? Michael Jordan, bro. Michael Jordan's the most influential player ever. I don't care what nobody says.
Now that pretty much everyone in the country who's listening at all knows that Michael Jordan is retiring again from professional basketball.
I am here to announce my retirement from the game of basketball.
I had my great reign in basketball. No matter what you guys say, or if I come and hang around the game because I still love the game, that doesn't mean I'm coming back to you.
I gotta know the rest of the story, bro. I gotta know.
Confirmed. The greatest player of all time is back, and he's wearing a Wizards uniform.
No, people lie. I gotta see the real truth. I gotta see the truth. Do y'all want to see the truth? I think we deserve the truth, right? Let's see the truth. Let's see it. Few people in this world are never able to do the best at what they do forever. And the list of people that are rarely find themselves in a very competitive field to begin with. Unknown. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I've understood. Like even when I get into pro boxing, yes, I'm still going pro. I'm gonna be pro boxer before 25. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. But one thing I understand, like all the work that I put in. One thing I cannot stand is when people like athletes, they let themselves go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how long I'm gonna try to go. I'm like, Terrence Crawford retired at freaking like what, 40, dang near 40 years old? You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I can go, I'm gonna go, bro. But when I feel like I'm done, I'm done. But even after I'm done with the sport, I ain't never gonna let myself go. Still gonna be working out, still gonna try to keep the skill. You know, it's just, you know, just keeping, I don't wanna feel like everything that I've done to myself and all the pain and all the freaking exhaustion and all the freaking sweat and tears that I freaking brought into boxing, bro. I just don't want that going away, bro. I'm obsessed with pain. I'm obsessed with it, bro.
The story of Michael Jordan
Can't do
needs no introduction. The tales of his journey to becoming one of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen, from being cut by his high school varsity team to the flu game, have been told countless times, some becoming somewhat legends themselves.
Appreciate it, Rand.
For many, the journey of Jordan as a basketball icon ends the day he hung up his Bulls jersey. The headlines end, the documentary stops filming, and the spotlight fades away. And while that was the last time the world saw Michael at his most memorable, the reality is that's not where the story ends. There's more chapters in his legacy that deserve to be explored. A brief moment in time where we saw one of the game's greats try to defy Father Time. And for a split second, maybe he did. Following Jordan's retirement after winning his 6th championship in Chicago, professional basketball moved on just like it does after all great players retire. MJ had distanced himself from the game as much as possible, occasionally stopping in the facilities to play pickup games, but trying hard to avoid speculation he would ever make a return.
There's no chance, ever. Right? None at all. I had my great reign in basketball. No matter what you guys say, if I come and hang around the game because I still love the game, that doesn't mean I'm coming back.
In the Bulls' absence, new dynasties rose in the place of old ones, and new stars emerged from the shadows of past icons. The end of the 90s saw the birth of some of what would be basketball's brightest stars for decades to come. Players like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Vince Carter, and Allen Iverson all grew to become the faces of a new era in the NBA. And for a competitor like Michael Jordan, who was watching from a distance, this presented a new challenge. Only this time, it wasn't on the court.
Now, do you ever have second thoughts? Do you ever say, you know, like today, I just feel like I should be playing?
No, I don't regret my decision at all. I think it's the appropriate one. Or else no one else will have an opportunity to win if I keep playing.
After being away from the game of basketball for almost 2 years, in January of 2000.
Every time I see this right here,
after being away from the game,
I'm thinking about 2K13. Like for all the 2K like heads out there, and bro, it's so disappointing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so disappointing seeing how 2K is now. Like honestly, like 2K was actually good this year. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that destroyed 2K was them cheaters. The last time I was on 2K, I faced a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro did not miss a shot. Bro was pulling from half court. I'm talking about, y'all, this man made the most craziest thing. Like, I know the man did a freaking turnaround three-pointer. In my boy, I think it was either Quan or Keon's face. That was the last time I was on that game. I think like this right here, that's the downfall of 2K, y'all. I don't think 2K ever gonna recover from these Zensters. You know what I'm saying? From these Zensters down? Bro, you got these folks literally admitting they cheating and nothing happening to them. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm done with 2K, literally. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I know I said that before, but this right here, this right here, oh, this icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this is what I grew up. Y'all see that right there? I wanna be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that right there? Bro, the best 2K of all time, and I know a lot of y'all some young shouters, but the best 2K of all time. See, this one thing that you cannot say. For the people that didn't grow up with us, for the people that didn't grow up in my generation, because that's when 2K really started coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, my generation, 2K started busting like my generation. Gang, if you did not play 2K11, 2K12, 2K13s, bro, your opinion about what's the best 2K don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, a lot of y'all youngins, bro, like freaking what? I was like freaking what? In 2016, I was like what, 13 years old, going on 14 years old. Bro, a lot of y'all are like what, 8, 7? You know what I'm saying? And you talking about 2K25, 2K23 is the best 2K. A lot of y'all never played 2K13. Telling you, freaking masterpiece, bro. You know what I mean? And I was on the Xbox 360 with it.
Basketball for almost 2 years.
Yeah, 2K13 the best. 2K13 was the best 2K of all time. I don't care what nobody say. That's your opinion, but I will take other people's opinion that grew up that's around my age, 23, 24, 25-ish. But if you ain't around that age, bro, you got an opinion about 2K, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't want to hear you.
Of 2000, Michael Jordan agreed to a 5-year deal to become the head of basketball operations for the Washington Wizards. This included a minority stake in the ownership of the team, which was set to raise to 20% if the Wizards exceeded expectations. In his time off the court, Jordan had become increasingly interested in running a franchise, even trying to purchase the then Charlotte Hornets before the deal fell through.
You were going to buy a team. It was the Hornets, right, Charlotte? Yeah.
Well, actually, they came to me. I think I didn't search out their opportunity. Right. They came to me and said, well, what do you think about it? And I evaluated it, and it just didn't fit. I wanted to have a lot more control than what they were willing to give. And respectfully, I mean, he made the choice that he wanted to make, and I don't disagree with that. I mean, I'm happy that he did, but, I could not participate if I couldn't make the final decision on my money.
Michael's new role allowed him total freedom to build a franchise the way he wanted, something that he wasn't sure of.
He was terrible.
This is new to me. Being in charge is something that I never had the opportunity to do. Maybe that's not the ingredient to turn this thing around. Then again, it may be.
He was a terrible owner.
Jordan had ups and downs in his first offseason in control, choosing to reach for high school standout Kwame Brown with the #1 overall pick in the 2001 NBA draft. Brown would go on to have a 12-year NBA career, where he put up respectable numbers but never
Kwame Brown.
Expectations of a #1 overall pick. In the meantime, Michael was left with the task of rebuilding a team that had finished with the second worst record in the entire NBA. How would the greatest competitor the game had ever seen on the court be able to turn around a franchise off of it? However, instead of bringing in a new front office, reevaluating the roster, and bringing in young assets to replace the older players on the roster, Jordan chose to do something different. On April 20, 2001, the Wizards announced the hiring of 49-year-old Doug Collins to become the team's new head coach. Collins had been the coach of a young Michael Jordan during his early years as a Bull, and had been out of the league since 1998. Naturally, this raised some speculation about whether or not Jordan was considering a comeback. Over the course of the offseason, Jordan hadn't made any changes besides adding his own former head coach and drafting a promising big man to the roster, failing to land many younger players or assets to the team. Now, with 2001 quickly approaching, some big questions were being raised in DC. Just as the media had speculated for months prior, on September 25, 2001, a 38-year-old Michael Jordan announced his return to the game of basketball. After almost 3 years, the greatest player the game had ever seen was making a comeback to the hardwood. The move was met by a mixture of excitement and concern, with many die-hard fans believing Jordan could ruin the storybook ending to his career. However, none of this fazed Michael. The entire offseason leading up to the 2001 season, Jordan had been quietly training to get back into playing shape, inviting many of the top players from around the NBA to come play organized pickup games.
Just as I started to play against some of the players who played in the league, see if I could get some of my...
I wonder what made him want to come back.
Maintain some type of consistency to stay with him. Although I know this summer is not the same as a season. I was looking for any kind of signs that would give me the motivation that, hey, if I get and start working fitness-wise, I get myself in good shape. I can compete. I can make this thing work.
On October 30, 2001, Michael Jordan made his return to the NBA in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. The build-up to the game made it one of the most anticipated matchups of the year, as the last time the world had seen Jordan on the court was the '98 Finals. Michael would score his first basket less than 2 minutes into the game, having an up-and-down game on his way to a 19-point outing. With 18 seconds left, the Wizards had the ball with the chance to tie the game. Everyone in the Garden that night knew who would take the shot, and it seemed like this was the beginning of a new chapter in Jordan's legacy.
Taken by the Wizards, Michael Jordan. With Whitney's have the hot hand. Wizards down by 3. Jordan for the tie.
Oh, man.
Rebound by Kurt Thomas.
19 points. Oh, my God.
Jordan for the tie. Rebound.
Jordan's first game back, 19.7 for 21 from the field goal, 0 for 3 from the... Oh, my God.
Bumped it to the floor and a foul.
One missed game tying
The
shot.
Wizards would go on to lose by 2 in their opening game, and leave many people wondering if Jordan had made the right decision in his return.
Boy ain't
As
play
the
ball
early
in
season
a
wore on,
minute.
Washington got off to a slow start, winning only 2 of their first 11 games and struggling to find chemistry. Though they were far from competing for championships, Jordan still had championship expectations in practice, pushing some of the young players harder than many of them were ready for.
Well, like I tell people, Michael was fun. He had a unique personality. But then there was also another side where it was the talking trash Michael Jordan. And at times, me and a couple of the young guys would come up to him and say, "Hey, Mike, won't you think about putting us in the brand Jordan collection?"
Right.
And he'd look at me and say, "Hey, Rip, my sneakers for all stars."
In addition to this, the team was struggling with the newfound national spotlight. Though they had gotten off to a rough start, MJ was still must-see TV, and the Wizards had gone from 28th in the league in attendance to selling out every home game, and found themselves on national TV almost every night. An overtime win against the Celtics sparked 16 wins over their next 25 games, putting them on pace to make the playoffs for the first time since being eliminated by none other than Jordan and the Bulls back in 1997.
And here's Palpatini with a shot at the buzzer, and the Bulls have won and have eliminated the Washington Bullets.
Over this stretch, Michael was averaging over 25 points per game, showcasing a scoring ability that many
25
people
points per
didn't
game?
think he still had. Specifically after a bad loss
So
against
so
the
so
Pacers,
so you telling me like, dang. So Mike was averaging like 25 points per game. Oh shoot. So Mike was actually hooping with the
people
Wizards,
didn't
bro.
think he still had.
Shoot.
Specifically after a bad loss
So you
against
swore.
the Pacers, Jordan was out to prove that he could still play.
When I was coaching in Washington, we played the Indiana Pacers, and we were down 25 at the end of the third quarter. And I took Michael out of the game, and I said, "Look, Michael, I know you think we can still win this game, but we got to play, you know, in 2 nights, and if we make a little run, I'll put you back in the game." Well, we didn't. Well, I found out that after the game was over that he had 8 points in the game, and he broke a streak of like 860-something games in double figures. Fast forward, we get on the plane, get back about 3:30 in the morning in Washington. We play the New Jersey Nets the next night. And Michael scores the first 3 times he has the ball. Byron Scott takes a timeout, and Michael comes over and he says, "I want the ball right there the rest of the game, and don't take me out till I tell you." And so that's fine by me. So with 2 minutes to go in the game, he gives me the sign like, "That's enough." I take him out of the game. He walks over to the bench. I said, "Michael, what happened tonight?" He said, "Well, the guy who was guarding me was told me his back was hurting. Don't ever tell me you got a problem." He said, I'll make you pay for that." 51 points later. 51 points at age 41. He came back the next game with 46. And he looked at me and said, "I told you I could still play."
Jordan's 51-point performance against the Hornets was the record for points in a game by someone over the age of 38 at the time, and was followed up by a 45-point outing the very next game against the Nets, proving that MJ was still capable of being one of the game's best players even past his prime. During these 2 games, Michael was scoring at will, getting to all his spots with ease and showcasing a veteran skill.
They love trying to say, "Oh, Mike couldn't do this and Mike couldn't do that." You know what I mean? He coming back in a new, this him after retiring. So this make it even more impressive, bro, for Sholioli. This makes it even more. So this him coming back when the newer generation, you know what I'm saying? This in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? This is like the newer, like not the newer generation, but newer generation to him. So bro retired for you know what I mean, some time, and then came back and still was dominating. You know what I mean? Scoring 51 points, scoring 30-some points. You know what I mean? So it's funny, bro. It just be funny, bro. Like, I don't hear nobody saying that MJ could not play in today's era, but bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, this is the most sweetest era out of all eras, bro. It's laughable to me how people just be making it seem like this era is so hard to play in, bro. Like, bro, this is the weakest and the most scrubbiest era out of all eras, bro. Don't even compare it to the early 2000s, bro. Don't even compare it to that, bro.
Much different from the Jordan we've seen in the past. Crafty
these little freaking kids, bro.
High flying dunks and fadeaway.
These little kids, bro. How the old heads feel about Mike, how the old heads feel about Larry Bird, how the old heads feel about all they freaking players. We gonna be going through the same jump, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be going through the same jump. They gonna be saying freaking they already doing it with these little kids already doing it with Wembanyama. They already saying Wembanyama the best in the freaking, like, bro, this mother effer, bro. I'm not gonna say bro sucks, bro, but you gonna see in the playoffs, bro. You gonna see how in the playoffs how overrated Wembanyama is, bro. You gonna see, bro. You know what I'm saying? They already talking about, bro, Wemby this, man. Like I said, bro, the man, bro, is not no top 10 player of all time. They finna give bro the freaking MVP. They finna give bro an MVP. You know what I mean? They literally want Wemby. This is the most fraudulent MVP. If bro win the MVP, it's the most fraudulent MVP of all time. You know what I'm saying? Bro's not supposed to win MVP over Nikola Jokic or SGA. Bro, even Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? So for bro to be number one in the MVP race is disgrace. But they already trying to do it with Wembanyama, bro. You know what I'm saying? These little kids never seen LeBron at his peak. You know what I mean? They're going to start comparing freaking Victor Wembanyama to Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? To Tim Duncan. And it's already happening, chat.
Filled the stat sheet instead of acrobatic.
Little kids gonna think that he the greatest to ever walk the planet Earth.
Finishes. Michael Jordan was no longer the player the world fell in love with in Chicago. But one thing remained the same. He could still prove all the critics wrong. Heading into the All-Star break, Michael Jordan was on pace to have one of the best individual seasons of any player that year. In fact, Jordan and Kobe Bryant were the only two players in the entire league averaging 25 points, 5 assists, and 5
Bro was averaging 25 points.
Michael at the heart of the MVP race.
So why people don't talk about this? Like they always trying to talk about how LeBron did it and all that. But why this never get brought up then? How my boy was averaging like 25 points. What a worser team. You know what I'm saying? What a worse team than LeBron James. They swear that LeBron's the only one that was, who's doing this at the age of 41. Well, it seemed like I want to be like Mike. It seemed like Mike was doing at the age of 40 something. It seemed like Mike was hooping. 25 and I mean, shoot, is that better than what LeBron doing right now? You know what I'm saying? How much LeBron averaged last year? He averaging dang near what LeBron been averaging this twilight years too. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron had a way better team than him. You feel me? LeBron played with 2 Hall of Famers in his twilight years. Matter of fact, LeBron played with Dwight Howard, Ray John Rondo, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. Man, oh my God. LeBron played with like dang near how many Hall of Famers in his twilight years? You feel me? LeBron didn't have to worry about being the number one, like he was the number one option, but he always had a Hall of Famer on the side of him. Bro, this man right here is the only one on his Wizards team. Like this man right here, the Wizards would not even be capable of winning anything if it weren't for him.
He had motivated his Wizards team to a respectful record after being one of the worst teams in the NBA the year before. And Washington saw young players like Rip Hamilton becoming reliable threats every night. Then, just as it appeared things were headed in the right direction, everything changed the last game before All-Star Weekend.
Dang.
And he's down and he's hurt.
Dang.
Jordan would collide with teammate Eton Thomas, resulting in a lateral tear in his meniscus. He would try to push through the injury, but after losing 9 out of the next 10 games while trying to fight through the pain, he finally had enough. On February 27th, Jordan elected to have arthroscopic knee surgery to repair.
So bro was hooping, bruh. Man, bro was hooping. So bro was averaging 25 points per game before this freaking knee injury, bro.
Torn cartilage
oh
in his
my
knee.
God.
And after attempting to make a second return that season, decided to sit out for the rest of the year. Jordan's first season with the Wizards was filled with ups and downs on the scoreboard, but Michael had proven that he could still compete with the NBA's best. He averaged 22 points per game and led the team with 5 assists, helping to lead the Wizards to an 18-win improvement over the previous season. Now there were multiple questions surrounding the future of Jordan in Washington, and the 2002 offseason could determine the future of the franchise. The 2002 offseason marked a crossroads for the Wizards organization. With Jordan announcing he would return for the following season, the team was left with two options. Should they bring in young talent to help build for the future, or should they trade away their young assets to bring in some players that would help the team win now, with Michael's playing days inevitably numbered? Not surprising many, the team chose to do the former, signing an established scorer in Larry Hughes and trading away a young Rip Hamilton to the Pistons for Jerry Stackhouse. Hamilton was coming off the best year in his young career and would go on to win 2 championships with Detroit and make multiple
Yeah, Hamilton was nice, bro.
Meanwhile, Stackhouse had established himself as one of the NBA's best players over the years, averaging 29.8 points per game just 1 year prior. If the direction was uncertain before, these moves confirmed the Wizards' intentions. It was now or never to make a playoff push. Some people would question these moves at the time, wondering why a franchise would throw many.
I don't even know who the freak none of these players are.
These moves at the time,
call me a casual.
Would throw many of their
who the freak them
aside in hopes of winning with a going on 40-year-old Michael Jordan. That being said, the stage was set for what would become MJ's final NBA season, and the spotlight on Washington was brighter than ever. Michael's second year in Washington took on a much different look from the first. With Jordan still nursing his lingering knee injury from the year prior, he elected to come off the bench as the 6th man for the beginning of the season. Injuries would take a toll on the Wizards throughout the first half of the season, causing MJ to eventually take his place back in the starting lineup. Interestingly enough, he would be the only one on the roster to play in all 82 games that season, averaging an insane 37 minutes per game at the age of 40. The team itself was inconsistent throughout the season, never overcoming the 500 mark and just barely being out of playoff contention in a weakened East for the majority of the year. While Stackhouse had become the primary threat offensively, Jordan remained the highlight of the team throughout the season, averaging 20 points per game on the year and scoring over 40 points per
Jordan
game
was still
games that season,
crazy,
including becoming the only player in NBA history to score more than 40 at the age of 40. The most memorable moment came at 2003's All-Star Weekend, where Jordan would be voted in for his final All-Star appearance. Atlanta was buzzing with nostalgia, as people had begun to realize this was the last time we would see Michael alongside the NBA's best. Though he'd been voted in as a reserve for the game, numerous players offered Jordan their starting spot, which he eventually accepted from Vince Carter. The game itself serves as one of the last iconic moments we have of Jordan on the hardwood. Michael went toe-to-toe with some of the very players who had grown up idolizing him, and finally got to have a face-off with a student of his own game, Kobe Bryant.
Mike, after you face the ball, where else you gonna go?
Use off your feet.
Yeah, but where else you gonna go?
In the game, I go for you.
I spun all the way around.
I go for these ribs right here.
At halftime, Jordan was honored with a tribute from Mariah Carey, a performance that served as the perfect send-off from the NBA's biggest stage. However, this tribute wasn't the only glimpse of vintage Jordan that would be seen that night.
Hey, but y'all already know when it comes to Mariah Carey, you know what I'm saying? You say you don't listen to Mariah Carey, but you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, boy. You know what I'm saying? We belong together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, Mariah Carey, bro. Hey, I listen to Mariah Carey. And I told y'all I don't listen to rap. I told y'all that already. I'm going to tell y'all again. Your boy Jay don't listen to rap. When I mean lover boy, I'm a lover boy. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I'm going to do is be myself, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to be myself, bro. Ain't nothing wrong being a lover boy, bro. A lot of y'all be lover boys too, being your freaking feelings. All right, being your feelings, bro. Listen to Mariah Carey. Listen to Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying? You know, listening to, Lauryn Hill. You feel me? It's all right, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all be trying to be too tough. That junk be blowing me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's all right to listen to Lauryn Hill, bro. When them women know how to blow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Women know how to sing, bro. You just appreciate music. You know, I was telling y'all, but that's how the world be trying to make it seem like men ain't supposed to do this, man. I don't, like I said, how the world portray, I ain't with all that, bro. I don't live how the world say I should live. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Lauryn Hill. If you don't like Lauryn Hill, get the freak out my car. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like Mariah Carey, hey, bro, first thing, what nobody gonna do is tell me what to play in my car. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, what you playing? Hey, bro, if you don't like what I'm playing, bro, get the freak out my car, but it's my whip. You know what I mean? That's exactly why I don't drive nobody now. Nobody be in my car, bro. If you in my car, bro, you got to be a real special person. No bad. You know what I'm saying? If you in my car, bro, I could probably name, bro. Cause my own pops don't even be, man, bro. If I drive you in my car, bro, you special, bro. I don't put anybody in my car. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? Straight up. But one thing Jay gonna do is play his playlist. You know what I mean? So you got a problem with we belong together. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with that, bro, you might as well just kick rocks, y'all.
Game on the line and the East in possession. Everyone in the arena knew who was taking the shot.
Hey, yeah, like I said, bro, you know what I'm saying? You can't, it's all about being comfortable with yourself. You gotta let delusional people be delusional. That's why I be saying a lot of people that got a problem with you be the weird ones. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, bro, most of this world is delusional. Most of this world is fake. Most of this world is weird. So once you start understanding that, bro, you feel me? Start deleting social media. That need to be the number one thing. But once you start being comfortable with yourself, you're like, okay, God know, and I know, right? You feel me? Like I told you, bro, this world thinks just because they all think alike, that makes them right. But it's a whole bunch of foolish and goofy mother effers together. Fake and goofy people gonna have a lot of friends. Real people like me, we not gonna have a lot of friends. We alone. And the whole time they looking at me like I'm the problem. The whole time you're the problem. But you gotta understand, once you start understanding that this world is fake and weird, you feel good about yourself, bro. I'm telling you, bro. But never let nobody opinion about you change the way you look at yourself, bro. Because the way I'm living is reality. So I'm not the weird one you are. That's how you gotta walk around, bro. Like I know. You know what I'm saying? Like when it come to bro, like when it come to what you just said, I know I ain't sweet. I know what I like. Should be delusional then. You gotta ignore people like that, bro. Once you start ignoring people like that, bro, they'll see themselves more clearly. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that you don't care, they'll see themselves more clearly. Nobody don't like you. That's a good thing. For me, I say if nobody don't like you, that's a good thing. Like for me, I got the most hating mother effers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it in the Twitch chat all the time. People don't like me. It's a lot of people it's more people that don't like me than like me. I'm telling you right now. You know why, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because I am real. People don't like real, but the real gonna respect me though. But it's only gonna be a few. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I'm more hated than I am liked. There's a lot of mother effers that don't like me. They gonna watch me, but they cannot stand me. You know what I'm saying? So I always said this. I'm gonna get back to the video. If you see a person and everybody likes that person, he a goofy. You know what I'm saying? That's just true. You're not real if everybody like you. Because you in a fake world. You feel me? So if everybody likes you, you a goofy. You telling me not one person dislike you, bro? Everybody like you? Everybody? Ain't nobody got nothing bad to say about you? Oh, you goofy. You goofy. They ain't like Jesus. They had something bad to say about Jesus, and you ain't nowhere near that.
Being won by the West in double overtime, Michael had given the world one.
When you real, bro, people don't like you, bro. Especially when you don't care. Oh my God, they gonna leave you. They don't like me. They don't like me, gang.
Michael Jordan would play his last professional basketball game on April 16, 2003 against the 76ers. The basketball-loving Philly crowd was electric, and everyone wanted to get a glimpse of Michael's last moments on the hardwood. The game itself didn't have much to offer.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not notice about Mike.
Eventually took a seat with
it made me look at like, dang, Mike actually was hooping, bro.
From the crowd for Mike to step back onto the court for one last time at the end of the game were met with Jordan slowly getting out of his seat and making his way to the scorer's table. Michael would be intentionally fouled and hit 2 shots at the free throw line for the final points of his NBA career. It wasn't the storybook ending that Jordan's last game in Chicago had been. There were no championships on the line, no national spotlight, and no game winner. The greatest player that had ever touched a basketball to that day walked off the court and into the darkness of the tunnel for the final time.
But Mike be out the way,
Jordan's
bro.
return to the game of basketball in Washington will always be seen.
And when do y'all really hear about Mike? You know what I'm saying? Like Mike is like a ghost, bro. Like Mike, you don't see Mike nowhere, bro. You feel me? Like if you see like a video of Michael Jordan, and I aspire to be like I aspire, you know what I'm saying? I'm already like that, but I'm just saying like when God blesses me what he blesses me with, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like in the freaking you know what I'm saying, spotlight. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand the spotlight. Can't stand that junk. But you see freaking Michael Jordan once every blue moon. You feel me? We ain't really see Mike for real. Mike be out the way, bro. You don't see Mike in nothing. You don't hear about Michael Jordan. You know, you think that Mike dead. You know what I'm saying? The way Mike be living. You feel me? That's the best way to live, bro. Like, Mike, you don't hear nothing about Mike. And they can't stand, I know they can't stand it. You don't hear about Mike. Mike ain't got no social media. Mike ain't got no Instagram, no Twitter, no Facebook, nothing. Mike.
He is an eyesore to his storybook career. The images of him jogging his way up and down NBA courts in a Wizards uniform against NBA
Mike just let people talk. Mike don't even be studying none. Mike just be living their life, boy, and let people just talk.
And winning championships. But to ignore the way the story ends means you miss out on the beauty of his final moments on the hardwood. Very few people ever get to be the best
Look at this,
at
bro.
what they do forever. But
Crazy.
even fewer get the opportunity to return
love the game.
past their prime and prove that they still have a glimpse of what made them great. Jordan's last years with the Wizards gave Michael the chance to face off against some of what would become the NBA's next wave of star players, meaning he had played against three generations of the best the game had to offer. No, Michael wasn't the same dominant player that the world fell in love with, but at the age of 40, he was still able to compete at the game's highest level, even proving at times that he was still one of the best players in the world. Time doesn't slow down for anyone, but to be able to defy time for
This make us look at Michael Jordan Last Dance way different, right?
Defy gravity.
I don't want to hear no LeBron James fans talk about, oh, well, Mike ain't do this at an older age. Yes, the freak he did. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some just told me. Nothing told me. I just wanted to click on this video. So no more hearing about LeBron. This right here just settled the score. Bro was averaging 20 points both of them years he played in the Last Dance. So we ain't trying to hear about Michael fell off. You know what I'm saying? Or Michael wasn't playing like LeBron was. Yes, the freak he was. He just wasn't making it to the playoffs because this way he didn't have a team like LeBron. So, you know, they be trying to make them false narratives. You know what I'm saying? That nobody did this. You know, it seemed like Mike did the same thing that LeBron was doing. It's just LeBron making the playoffs because he got a better team than Mike. So LeBron making it to the playoffs, y'all making it seem like, okay, LeBron did better than Mike, ended his career better than Mike. That's not the case. Just on a better team. But they had dang near the same numbers. You know what I'm saying? So glad I watched this video, bro.
Made Jordan's time
good information.
so special.